I found this abandoned dam wall last year during a Google Maps investigation, but it's not all I found. I found an area that I said I 100% need to return to the following summer, and today is that day. If you want to find out what we're going to be checking out, all you need to do is come along with me. To say that this is slippery is an understatement. It's like walking on ice. So this location is an old reservoir, if you didn't already know. We don't know much about it, but we did find it last year when I went searching for a different item downstream, which I found. I followed the stream up, it took us to this. And during that video, we were able to see some of the older map images. We believe we have a roundabout date, when it was last used, and some other interesting details. So if you haven't seen that video, it will be linked down below as to when we discovered this. We also showed where the valve pump house was and the intake pipe on the other side. Since we covered that, I want to focus on the main area today, downstream. Here's an area that we briefly covered that was really intriguing, really beautiful, and most importantly, really inviting. And we have a hot, humid day here in Pennsylvania. It's a high of around 94, high humidity. Obviously it's gonna feel over 100. I'm already sweating. Water feels great, which means I don't wanna waste any more time. We're gonna go downstream and head towards our main focus of interest, which you're not gonna wanna miss. See, this area is primarily bedrock, and it's just slowly getting carved away by the water. And the water does flow different ways depending on how high the water is and the speed of the current. You can see some old pools down here. Also remnants of a fire right here. So this location is frequented by locals, probably for fishing, swimming, partying. There's actually some little fish inside this water pool here. I don't know if you could see them, but little tiny minnows or guppies that are trapped. But they won't be trapped for very long. Once we do get another rainfall, this will fill up and it'll spill over, and they'll be able to make their way out of there if they so choose to. But we're just gonna walk the stream bed down, the bedrock, follow the course of the water, hang around this left-hand curve. There's an erosion pocket over there where the water does hit the wall and kind of eat it away. And not far beyond there is where we want to be. I also have to be very vigilant for snakes. This is prime snake territory with woods surrounding us, but these dried up creek beds here in bedrock areas is where they love to come and sun. I have encountered them, not specifically here, but in really similar areas, so I don't want to accidentally step on one or have one come chasing me further downstream. So just gonna kind of take it slow and easy. But so far so good. But as I remember last time, there's a lot of trash left behind, and there's even more right now, which I'm going to stop to show you, because as beautiful as this area is, it doesn't take many individuals to ruin it. This is a prime party spot by the evidence that we've seen last time and this time. Got a stack of firewood here and items left behind from the past, from people. I remember this last time we found like a bathing suit top right there, folding chairs, boxes, toys, even more stuff up here. Right there, I think is a pillow. There's even some sneakers right here, tin cans, flip-flops, gloves, towels. I mean, pretty much anything and everything is left behind here. I'm not saying it's all from people who are coming here to party or swim or hang out. Very well, someone could have been living back here at a time too, but a lot of this stuff does seem related to like swimming and partying, not necessarily survival. That's a little golf caddy right there. There's a trail that comes right down to here. So again, looks like pretty much everything that we saw last time is still here. Maybe a couple different items or additional items, but other than that, if you look beyond and past that, it's much better. And right down there, if you can see that, it looks like an oasis. That's where we're headed, and there's a very specific reason why. Now I'm here on a Tuesday afternoon. That's on purpose. I wanted to come with little to no chance of encountering anyone here. I wanted to have this place to myself, not have it disturbed. And now if you haven't seen my previous video from here, you probably understand why I wanted to come back, why we're focusing on this area specifically. If you haven't seen that video, well, I still encourage you to watch it, but I can tell you though is that there is a gorgeous, and when I say gorgeous, it's gorgeous, a gorgeous pool of water here. Beyond that, it's pretty clear. We haven't had rain in about 3 days. We've already been in the water, it's not terribly cold, but when I did get some underwater footage last time, we encountered plenty of good sized fish in this section of water. So what my plan is going to be is to kind of start downstream and work my way up. And not by walking or wading, but by snorkeling. We're going underwater, beneath the surface with the fish, maybe some crawfish, hopefully no snakes, because if we start down and work our way up, we have much less chance of silting ourselves out. If I was to start up there, I'm going to kick up, stir up everything. It's obviously going to flow downstream. So I learned from my mistakes in the past at other locations. We're going to start at the lower end, work our way up. So I'm going to get myself set up. You guys are going to watch from the shoreline here. I'm going to get in the water with my snorkel gear, my underwater action camera, and we're going to cover this body of water extensively. And who knows what we may or may not find beyond just fish, crawfish, or just natural beauty. That feels good. Now, the one thing I can tell you is that this water is not terribly deep. At the deepest, I think it's maybe 3 feet in some pockets. A lot of areas I'm gonna have to either like scrape, pull, or crawl to get to other areas of this water. So, although it's not deep, that's gonna allow for great visibility though, because we have sunlight coming down. There's not a lot of depth. There's not a lot of hidden pockets, so we should be able to see mostly everything within reason. Now I'm gonna have to come back every few times to reposition you guys as I work my way upstream here, but you will be with me underwater the entire time with my Osmo Action 3. So I'm gonna head down there now, get in the water, work my way up. In the meantime, I'd like you to leave a comment. Tell me what you think we're gonna find. If you have an approximate number of fish we're gonna find, or if you think we'll find crawfish or a snake, or maybe something from a person like money or jewelry or something, let me know down below. At the end of the video, you'll see if you're right, but I'm ready to cool off, so let's get started. All right, so some of you are up there on that camera, some of you are down here with me, and we're gonna start right here because beyond the spot, there's not really anywhere else to swim or wade or snorkel, so this is our starting point. And we do have some rock features, some different depths of water, and a little beach area here as well. So I think we're just going to come out towards the middle. I do see a lot of little fish. Last time I was here there was bigger fish. Maybe they're hiding, maybe they moved on. But we are going to see what we discover. I'm going to try my best not to disturb them. But I think this is a good starting point right here. So let me get my gear on, and we'll get beneath the surface. So far so good. Visibility is not perfect. It's suitable, but I'm fogging up. I need to kind of get my goggles cleared up, a little bit of spit. say, so far so good. Just a couple little inconveniences is that the water, although it's clear, it's not crystal clear. I would need another 1 to 2 days of no rain, but they're calling for rain after tomorrow. My goggles, based on me being higher temperature, sweating, I'm fogging up the goggles, I even spit in them, so even though the water is clear enough to see, I'm having a hard time seeing, so I'm having to stop, clean the goggles, and continue on. So I mean, it's a minor inconvenience. I'm still enjoying it. The water feels fantastic. I am cooling off nicely. As far as I know, I haven't seen any fish underwater, even though I've seen them from the surface. But again, I don't have 100% visibility, so I may be just out of reach with my vision as to where I could see them. So I'm going to reposition you guys up further upstream, and we're going to continue our progress. I'm going to try to do some zigzag patterns to try to cover as much of this area as possible. There could be some little crevices where something could have got trapped under, or where things could be hiding. So that's going to be my next course of action. As you've probably seen on here, I found the pocket of fish. I spooked them out twice. Not purposely, I'm just going to where I know they're congregating and they're swimming out. Not big ones like I saw last time, but definitely a little school of fish. They're in here still, but they're just keeping safe distance from me. So I'm gonna let them go. We'll continue up in this direction. Whoa! That's a little slippery. Alright, I position you guys in the third and final spot. I'm going to pick back up where I left, come up to you guys where I can't come any further. So, there's a lot of little tiny fish here. This water's super slippery, so I'm gonna get back on shore, go down, and come up to you guys. So, final stretch of this body of water. Let's see what it has to offer. You know what? I thought that big boy that I saw last year was gone. He's still here. I saw him swim into this little cove area here. He's the biggest one of the bunch, probably close to 8 to 10 inches in length. I thought maybe somebody caught him or that he just migrated, but he's still here. I saw him swim into this cove area, which is good news. He's still calling this place home. And some of these pockets are deeper than others. Like this one here is almost waist deep. And then other areas I could barely get by. And I actually got my shirt kind of messy from the stuff on the bottom. Oh, what's this? Oh, that doesn't belong in the water. So let me put this stuff up here. I did find a few things, as you saw, including this right now. And I'll share a few thoughts with you. So the one thing I found, which I knew had to come out of the water, was this, let me put these down, was this nail right here. So It's a braided nail. Figure that's better out of the water than in, so no one steps on it, punctures their foot. And then I found this plastic casing here, which I don't know what it could be for, but looks like it's a top to something, or like a receptacle or a cap. And then just now I found, looks like a melted vape. I think it's a vape. No, maybe it's a butane lighter. I don't know. I think it's a lighter though, butane lighter. I'm gonna take pictures of these. I will include them in the photo montage. And then if you have more insight that you want to share about anything you know about them, let me know down below. Aside from those things though, we did find a few catch basins where material is getting collected and caught there. And there were some unique stones. I did find a piece of like burned coal ash, acorns, acorn shells. And I actually had a little bit of difficulty with my goggles, as you already know, is that they were fogging up on me. A couple times though, where I was going into areas where the fish were, I couldn't see them far enough ahead because the goggles were fogging up. I didn't see them or know they were there until they were like swimming right by me, and it gave me a startle because all I saw was movement. I'm like, what the heck is that? I didn't know if it was a fish, snake, turtle, something else. And then I realized, oh, it's just fish. They're just kind of scattering. So the water is not 100% clear. If we had another probably 2 to 3 days of no rain, this would be like crystal clear almost. But it's supposed to rain, I think, after tomorrow night, and I can't come tomorrow. It's about 85% clear. It's acceptable. But my goggles were the main frustrating point, is that they kept fogging up on me. It didn't help that I was sweating and hot and, you know, perspiring. But I did buy anti-fog goggles, but I've used them, especially in the ocean when I went on my cruise. Minor inconvenience, but the waters felt great. I'm cool off now. I'm not really sweating at all. I'm just sitting here in the shade. Got the waterfall over there in the distance, which I could hear. And good to know that this is clean, healthy water. I do know the source of this water. It's not contaminated in the least. If there was something that flows into it after rainfall, it's different. But again, it hasn't rained in a few days. Healthy fish population. And if you probably saw, getting up closer to those falls there was a really strong current pushing me back. I was kind of like scraping and clawing, trying to get any traction, and I barely made any progress. I just got swept back. So I stood up, walked up closer, let the current take me down. But that pocket of water is filled with hundreds of those little striper fish. And I've encountered those before. And at that previous location where I was sitting on the edge of a culvert spillway, those fish were like, almost like nipping at my legs and my skin and my hair. And it was like giving me a startle because I didn't know what was happening. They were doing it here too. I guess those fish are known for doing that. I don't know what kind of fish they are, but they all have the want and need to kind of pull and bite at your skin, whether they're getting like dead skin flakes off or they're trying to feast on me. I don't know. It is, you know, catches you off guard. It's nothing painful, but at one point, I don't know if it came through on camera, but I probably had at least 50 of them right around me, and I felt different parts of my body getting touched by them. So it was a unique experience to say the least. But hopefully you can see now why I want to return here. This is such a gorgeous place. Aside from the trash we saw, it's not, you know, all that bad. I mean, it is relatively clean. A lot of bedrock, easy to get to. It's like a less than a 10-minute walk. And this is a location I was hoping to do earlier this year, like around May or June. We're here now at the end of July. And that's based on Mother Nature not cooperating. She has been just relentless with rain and wind or humidity or combination of all three. And the rain is the biggest part because either the water levels get too high and too fast, or they get really murky and stay murky for days on end. By the time they clear up, it rains again. But there is a high water mark over here, which I could see for where the water does get high under a lot of rain. And right now, my bag would probably be partially underwater. And with that much water here, you won't be able to see the bottom, and it'd be moving through pretty quick. So we waited ample amount of time. If I do come back again, it will be after like a week of no rain. And I have so many locations I need to do or want to do that pertain to getting in the water, whether it be snorkeling, wading, exploring through things, getting my feet wet that require going through chambers and tunnels. There's a lot of things I have planned for this summer, but I need Mother Nature to cooperate. I either need no water in certain areas, or just, you know, less than an inch, or if there is going to be water, it needs to be clear enough depending on the location I have to do. I have some videos that are must do that I need to get done because they're just being put off for too long. Others can be put off until next year, but I have a little bit over a month to go before I have to call it wraps on water videos. So we'll see what happens. That's for me to worry about. Regardless, there'll still be content coming out for you guys to enjoy. But right now, I'm gonna take a little bit of time for me to enjoy this place to myself, take a few pictures, maybe do some more snorkeling, and then call it a day. So I wanna thank you for coming along, joining me on this revisit to this spectacular location that we found accidentally last year on the Google Maps investigation. And definitely won't be my last time here. It is worth returning to probably time and time again, as well as many other local spots here in Pennsylvania. But looking forward to your feedback in the comment section, and hopefully wherever you are, you're staying cool as well. Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.